Okay, well, I snuck away for a few hours today. It is Saturday. Ashton and Julia are with my parents. They're going to see Dude Perfect tonight. A few months ago, whenever I was buying the tickets, I was thinking, well, you know, I'm going to have the baby. I'm not going to be able to go to this thing. And now that Laurel is 6 weeks old and she's like totally chill and everything, I'm like, you know what, I should have gotten tickets. I should be there. So I'm a little jealous about that whole thing, because here I am at the shop getting ready to work. Laurel is home with Andrew, and we're gonna head in here and we're gonna do some work. I'm not even sure what we're gonna do yet today. I know I have to film a few hauls, but I usually tack those onto the end of my videos. But I'm sure that we can find something to keep us busy for the next couple hours. So let's head in. Here we go. I think I need to go and unload whatever couple items I have here on the cart. I'm looking around and I actually don't see the other cart. Where is it? We have two. Maybe I left it in the back room. I don't see it. Maybe I lost it. Okay, I'm convinced that I lost the cart. Is it over on this side? Oh, there it is. Look, there's two of them over here. There's actually 3 carts. I didn't know that. I just learned something new. I think Andrew usually uses that one. But this one is already empty, so this one is ready to do some haul videos. So before I get to work doing some haul videos, last night we went to dinner with my aunt and my uncle and my family. And Andrew's like, well, I have to be home by 8 because I'm watching this thing. And I'm like, what thing are you watching? And he's like, oh, well, my friend's selling coins on Whatnot. And I'm like, your friend's doing what? He was all excited to watch this Whatnot thing. And I know a lot of other resellers are migrating to Whatnot. And I've been asked if I'm going to do it. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. And now, next thing I know, this morning, Andrew's like, well, I applied to Whatnot and it takes 2 weeks. And I'm like, you did what? So I guess that we're probably going to end up on Whatnot, which is like a little bit exciting, but a little bit scary at the same time, because I've never done a live sale on YouTube, but maybe Whatnot is the platform that I need. So Andrew applied. We'll see if he gets approved. I'm a little apprehensive. Will he get approved? That's the question. But he applied this morning. I think he's mostly going to be selling coins through his Whatnot account. But after he gets the hang of it and sees how it is and how it goes, who knows? Maybe we'll start selling on Whatnot. I mean, it would be fun. Maybe. I don't know. The whole thing scares me. I don't really like the idea of live sales. I feel like there's like a whole toxic vibe that goes along with lives, at least what I've seen as an outsider looking in. eBay has always just worked for me. So we're going to try Whatnot eventually down the road. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. First, we got to see if Andrew gets approved from Whatnot. But I just wanted to give you guys that little tidbit because I thought that was funny. Because we'd actually talked about it before, and he's like, no, I don't want to do any live sales. I don't want to. But now that he realizes that you can sell coins on Whatnot, that's like a huge game changer. So he's at home cataloging his coins with Laurel. She's being a big help, I'm sure. But anyway, let's stop sitting around and let's actually do something. So as you can see, the vases are just sitting here in the same spot where I left them before. So I got to get these up off the floor and maybe get them onto the cart or onto the shelving so that I can get those listed and I don't knock them over. At the time that I am filming this video, I actually have these 2 listed. I'm not sure when you're going to see this video yet, so I'm not sure if these ones will be ended or not, but I'm just going to try to trickle them up onto eBay. And like I mentioned in my last shop video, I'm running them at auction. Today is the day that I actually turn my lights on. See how much brighter it is in here? It's nice, right? So it occurred to me that I have this shelving over here. Originally, Dina had been using this for processing. You can see it says processing only. Please keep clear. Please keep clear. But now that it's just me and Shelby does a majority of the processing, I feel as though I can repurpose these shelves. I feel like I just heard someone yelling. I always hear people yelling. So I think what I'm going to do is clear off this shelf. This down here was always the non-priority listings, but obviously they've become the really non-priority because I've been listing everything off of the listing shelves. If I move this stuff over here, that would free up these shelves and I could get Shelby's processing table cleaned off. I've been reluctant to list this lamp, which is why it was sitting over there for so long. It is German. It's a Dresden, I think. Dresden, Germany. Oh, yes, Dresden, Germany. And like I said, I was reluctant. There is like a few issues you could see there on the flower. Some of the petals are missing. I think a few leaves are missing. But for the most part, it's in pretty decent condition. So rather than stick this underneath, I think I'm probably finally just going to list it. And we've had that for a really, really long time. These over here, this needs to be processed. So I'm going to take this over to the sink. I totally forgot about the solamine plate. I bought a piece of solamine the other day. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. It's Italian pottery. Some of it sells for really good money. And the fun thing is that it has all these animals around the border. There's all different kinds of animals that they put around the border. And seeing as how that's how Dead in Pottery also works, I thought that that was kind of ironic. But I have a whole stack of the horse plates, and I think they sell between 20 and last I comped them out, they were between $20 and $40 a piece. And so I was really impressed by that, and that's why these have not been listed yet. And honestly, I have to go find the rest of the stack. But a lot of you are always like, well, how do you operate in such chaos? How do you know where anything is? I'll show you how, because I know exactly where those plates are. They're over here on this shelf. On the back. Yep, right here. See? I know where everything is. So we're going to bring those over and actually set those with the other stack. For some reason, I thought that they were all plates, but now I'm realizing that 3 of them are like bowls. In fact, this one is also like a bowl. I guess those are plates. These are probably smaller luncheon plates, and this is a larger dinner plate. I felt like I had more of them, but maybe maybe that's what I had down there in that box. I think that there is more, so I'm gonna dig around over there and see if I can get into that box. We have someone new starting next week. His name is Jesse, and he's going to be working part-time. But in addition to helping Andrew with the load of shipping, he's also going to be helping us move stuff. He's young and he's able, and so he's going to help us stock the antique malls and do all of that. And so hopefully, the reason I went off on that tangent is because I have these chairs still here, and I actually want to bring those over to our house, and they just haven't made it over there yet. But him and Andrew are going to take a bunch of stuff over to the new house, including this chest, so I can finally have a little bit more room back here. I remember when Andrew bought these tiles, that was forever ago. I may have to do some lots of tiles. There are pretty decorative antique tiles. Now, those would be really cool if I could incorporate those into my new kitchen. I should take a picture and send them to the interior designer. Hey, look what I found. Will these work? I don't know if these ones would necessarily. I'm not even really sure I like those ones, but these ones with the relief, those are actually really neat. And it looks like we have quite a few of them. Ah, yes. These are the TP plates. These are not solamine. These are something else. Are they? It starts with a D. Deruta. That's what I was looking for. Made in Italy for Neiman Marcus. These ones have a really good resale. You remember I found one of these at Goodwill. It was a platter, like those platters down there. We ended up getting it back to the shop, and I realized there was a giant crack in it, so we never got it listed. But I also have those plates there that I probably should get listed. So I think this guy would be better suited for the booth. I'm gonna set him down and shuffle him over to where I'm processing stuff for the booth. Let's get these out of the way. All right, well, Andrew just called me as I was working on clearing that shelf, and he told me that he got a call from Carlisle Antique Mall, and they have an opening on the 2nd floor, and they're offering us a booth space. on the second floor versus where we are in the basement, because we're kind of like down in the dark basement. So I think I may take a walk over there and go check out the space that they're offering us. But we're gonna wait a little while to do that because I still have a few things I want to finish here. So now I'm going to start doing some listing. I feel like my phone has enough juice. I'm going to move all those over because I'm going to utilize the rest of this cart before I wheel it back and unload it. This right here, I did some research on over the weekend, and it's actually worth quite a bit of money. I was not expecting that whenever I found it. But yeah, that was really cool. I was like, wait a second. And it's just been sitting around and I hadn't listed it yet, but now it's finally listed. I think it's Burmese is its origin. Burmese, yeah. Owl. It's just really cool. All right, well, let's get started grabbing some pictures so that later tonight I can sit down and get this stuff listed. Okay, well, I photographed pretty much everything that is on the cart right now. There are a few things left that I want to photograph before I walk around to the Carlisle Antique Mall. I think I'm finally ready to list this because I'm tired of looking at it on the to be listed shelf. I wanted to play with it a little bit to see if it was actually Alexandrite, but I don't have the right lighting to do that, so I'm not going to be able to. But in any case, it definitely has some value to it. So I'm going to list that likely as a buy it now, but it'll at least clear up some space here on the shelf and give us more room to work with. To say it is a little frustrating photographing this stuff, and the reason I probably put it off for so long is because the pictures just do not do it justice. It's this very bright, like light purple, and I cannot get the camera to pick up the right color because it almost like glows. It's just so vibrant, and that's why I put it off for so long. It's because I know the photos aren't going to do it justice. Okay, so this is the cart, and everything on there is photographed. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Cleared up some space on the cart. So when I get back from walking around the corner, I can move some of that stuff over. But I'm going to take you guys around the corner. We're going to go over to Carlisle Antique Mall, which is right down the street. Now it is the hottest day of the summer thus far. I think it's 100 degrees. So it's really hot. Andrew's like, no, go over there. You should go over there. I'm like, you know, can it wait? But I'm gonna walk over there. I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna walk over. I'm looking out my door because there's like something on the floor. I guess it's just cardboard. They have a habit of leaving our packages out over the weekend, and we have had a few stolen. So Andrew had to write a note: "Do not leave packages out. Knock." Anyway, we're gonna walk around the corner. I've got my keys. Hopefully they work to get me back in the building. Okay. All right, let's go. We're gonna walk down this way. So you see those swung glass vases in the window? Right there. We were talking about those vases the other day when I was at Mad Hatter with some of the vendors. They have like $1,800 on some of those vases. It's absolutely insane. Here are some of the vases in the window. $1,700 for this large 42-inch bittersweet. $1,400 for both of those, or no, $1,100 for this one. And then all of these swung vases here, the whole collection is $2,800. I guess this one right here is actually really rare, is what they were saying. I don't think I've ever seen that one, so that one makes sense. But yeah, that's crazy. The most I've ever spent on a swung glass vase is $400, and I felt like I was like being stupid. So I don't think I could ever spend that much money, but I guess if you love them enough, the price has really, really gone up. Okay, so there is a fan going. It's kind of loud, but we're gonna work around it. So this is the space that we're being offered. They do want to keep the center of the space open, so that if they have an event, they could put a bar here or do something like that, but they're offering us the perimeter of it to put up shelving and to sell glass. And I'm gonna have to talk to Andrew about it, but I kind of like the idea. And it was funny when we came up here because the first thing I noticed was this. And I'm like, oh, I recognize, this is actually from down in the basement. This came from my booth. I'm like, wait a second, I know that. So it's funny how stuff migrates, because now we're on the second floor and we have our booth currently in the basement, which we're going to keep. We're gonna keep one of the booths we have in the basement and then move some of the stuff up here. But I think this is a great opportunity, especially if they're gonna have events and there would be a bar set up here. You know, people would come up for drinks and they'd see see all of the glass. This is not my glass. This is someone else's glass. But it's funny, I actually have these tables. I have 2 of them that we use them as bedside tables right now. So, all right. Well, here is Carlisle Antique Mall. I don't come here too often unless to stock my booth because I find it hard to find stuff priced for resale. I did notice this alley cat, and I love alley cats. In my live videos at home, you guys have probably noticed I have an alley cat behind me. Let's see what the price is on him. Come here, you. $130. I mean, that's not terrible. That's actually pretty reasonable. There you go, buddy. Actually, you know what? The prices on those swung glass vases makes me think that maybe I need to list a few of mine that I just have hanging out in the window. I just ran out of space at my house, so I started piling them in the window here. But this one looks like, that one's probably worth about $1,200, right? All right, well, having almost succumbed to heat exhaustion from walking around the corner, I think I'm going to end our video right here. Now, I know a lot of you have OCD and the shop makes you anxious, and I can understand that. I mean, I've always thrived in situations like this. You guys know my favorite booths are the ones that are all cluttered and I have to dig through. But I have a sense of where everything is, and a lot of you have offered to come and help organize, and I feel like it's something I have to do. I have to organize. I have to get it in shape, because if somebody else comes in, I'm not going to know where anything is, and that is going to cause problems. But I have an idea where almost everything is, and it doesn't cause me anxiety, and I think that's what's important, because I'm the one working here in the shop. So if I'm cool with it, you should be cool with it too. But I did say I was overwhelmed. I think the overwhelmed part comes from the volume of things I need to list, and not necessarily the environment in which I am listing. So you guys don't need to worry. Please, nobody have an anxiety attack over the state of the shop. We'll get there eventually, and just gonna keep chipping away at it. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys said you did enjoy the shop videos, so that's why I've been putting out more shop videos. But I'm gonna end it here, and I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you spotted something you just can't live without, we do post 25 to 30 new items in our eBay shop every single day, and I've posted a link to that down in the description. Yeah, smile. You look very concerned. Oh. That's yawn.